Hey, Kerry Grinkmeyer here with Best of Us Investors. I'm on vacation. That behind me there is Haiti. I walked the island, saw how the folks lived there, and it struck me what a difference there is around the world. And then also it struck me as to how I need to manage my portfolio over the next 12 months to maximize its potential return, recognizing the changes that are coming in the world. And I don't think that the bulk of the world has any idea, particularly the people in Haiti. They don't see it coming, and it's going to be driven by artificial intelligence and machine learning and quantum computing and genome sequencing and genome editing. And I want to talk to you about that and how I'm going to position myself to take advantage of what I think is going to be the biggest change in the world in the coming 5 to 15 years. So let's take a deep dive into it. The first thing that you're going to see that is going to show you a view of the future is that of artificial intelligence, and we were just introduced to it in a big way in November through a company by the name of OpenAI, a private equity company that has got about $1 billion. I know it's, take that back, about $10 billion of Microsoft's money behind it. And what it's going to do is change the way we can interact with the knowledge that has been accumulated over the last 40 years as a part of the digital revolution. That being done, it's going to open doors that I won't in the future write a email. I'll basically do what I'm doing here and shoot a video. I'll ask OpenAI to rewrite my words. I'll put the words into the mouth of an avatar, and I'll send that, and I'll communicate that way rather than an email. Right now, Apple is developing a phone that you'll be able to do it on your phone. Just in other words, hold the camera out here, speak the words. OpenAI will edit the words, put it on an avatar, and away it goes. So it's going to be a big change. The other thing that I think we need to recognize is that that's going to change our healthcare field dramatically. Our healthcare field is being pressed because if you'll remember, when we had polio, when I was a young kid, it took 9 years to get a vaccine. As we had the coronavirus, it took 7 months. That was because of the advancement in OpenAI, the ability for chemists, for lab technicians to compare the 30 trillion molecules in their different forms and different combinations, and what the effects will be on the virus that they identify in your body. That's why we got the vaccine as fast as we did. Fast forward that and throw genome sequencing into it, and you'll be able to take cancer and Alzheimer's and heart disease and any genomic default or mutation in the human body, out of the human body, and that's all coming. Okay, now how fast is it going to come? I just read an interesting article that said basically that the amount of change in our world from 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was signed, to today will equal about the change that you're going to see over the next 10 to 15 years. Put that into perspective. George Washington signed that document, I think it was on August the 4th, 1776. Let's transport him through a time warp and put him into January the 22nd of 2023. And now he's here, and he's in Boston, and he's trying to absorb the change that has happened over those 200 and some years. That's what's going to happen in the next 10 years. And it's going to be a result of taking all the knowledge that we accumulate in our lifespan and in the world's lifespan and putting it into artificial intelligence, putting it into machine learning. And what that means is we'll be able to anticipate, based upon what's happened in the past, what's going to happen in the future. And that's where we're at. And that's what is going to happen. So I am very honestly putting a lot of my bet, about 25%, towards genome sequencing, genome editing, quantum computing, things of this nature. And that's what has to happen in the future. Now, the next thing that I think you need to be aware about is our real estate situation. God's not making any more land. In fact, he's starting to take some of it back. With that in mind, this beach property, I don't know if it's going to go up in value, but I know the beach property that I'm interested in down off of 30A on the Gulf of Mexico, on a band of the Florida Panhandle, has been just going skyrocketing in price until the last roughly 6 months. And now the prices of the property I'm looking at are coming down. They're down about 15%. I'm quite sure they'll go down another 15%, because what's happened is there was a lot of funny money that was printed by governments to combat the coronavirus, and that came into the system and drove the prices of stocks like Tesla and Bitcoin and ARK Invest to unrealistic highs. Well, that money has come out of the market. As that comes out, it's going to put pressure on those people who have taken loans against the assets that were accumulated at those inflated prices. So you're going to see real estate coming down. You're going to see luxury cars being foreclosed or repossessed. And so there's opportunities there. But beyond all that, the short term interest rates and inflation, what you need to focus on is the forward change, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, the genome sequencing, and the genome editing. On a shorter term, recognize we're at war. We haven't really been in this kind of combat, ground combat, for decades. We stopped building our war machine. We didn't. The F-35, our best fighter pilot, is about 30 years old. Okay, we haven't built many submarines. We haven't built any aircraft carriers. We have not kept up with supersonic rockets. This is Northrop Grumman, this is Raytheon, and this is Lockheed Martin. These are stocks you, on a short term, and when I'm talking short term, we're going to be at war with Vladimir Putin for probably another 3 to 5 years. He isn't going to give up. He can't give up. If he gives up and goes home, he's dead. And all his friends are dead. And all their money is gone. Okay? So he has to see this through. What is his alternative? If he gets his butt kicked in Ukraine, he's only got one alternative. And that's the atomic bomb. Okay? Nuclear warfare. All right? But he isn't going to blow up Ukraine. That's what he wants to take possession of. So he's not going to turn it into a wasteland. He knows he can't take France. So that would be a good target. He knows he can't take the U.S., so that would be a good target. But if he gets beat in Ukraine, count on a nuclear attack. Small, large, whatever, but he has to do it in order to survive. Because if he doesn't expand his territory, if he doesn't expand Russia, Russia will die in 2050. Just because their demographics are turned upside down, they have a tremendous economic problems. They only have oil and natural gas, and the world's trying to get out of them. So they are looking at a very narrow tunnel, and they see a lot of disaster, so they have to expand into a bigger base, a bigger economic base, and that means probably after Ukraine, they'll go to Poland and then possibly Turkey. And by the way, Turkey just put in an order for new Lockheed Martin jets and Northrop Grumman stealth bombers. All right? There's a reason they're doing that. They haven't done it for the last 30 years, but now it's top of mind. Okay, that's my take on the world as it is from Haiti in the middle of the Caribbean. I'll try to find some other sunny days where I can talk to you and share some of my thoughts. Having a great time. By the way, the cruise business looks like it's doing pretty good. I don't know how many free passes they had to give, but this 6,000 passenger ship is full. And I'm having a good time catching some rays. Talk to you again maybe tomorrow.